On top of safety concerns, flight delays and cancellations are additional problems many travelers will have to navigate. Patrick Arnzen is CEO of Thrust, a multi-location flight training organization that has trained thousands of pilots from around the world. Patrick, you are also a former airline pilot. Do you recall a time when things were this challenging for the airline industry?
The last time that I can really recall that it was this bad was during the 9/11 attacks. So it's been quite a while since we had such a big problem in the industry.
Now, airports in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, along with hubs across the U.S., are among the 40 that will see flight cuts starting Friday due to the government shutdown. Do we know yet how that might work, and will that be all at once or incrementally?
I think it's anybody's best guess at this point. We're kind of in uncharted territories at this point. And I think the big unknown is we really don't know how big this effect is going to be, how many of these controllers and these people that are working approach control and center control are not going to be at work. So I think we're just really going to have to wait and see what happens.
Do we know yet how airlines might try to cope with the cutbacks?
I think what we'll see is probably a lot of the the flights that are going into these major metropolitan areas will be combined, and I think you're just going to see a reduction in these flights. So I think it's going to be a situation where if you're traveling back and forth to New York or any of these busy places, you're just not going to have the same number of flights as you typically would. And I also think you're going to see increased ticket prices as a result of this.
So we hear often from lawmakers on Capitol Hill about the shutdown, but for everyday Americans who are working and trying to run their businesses like you are, what's your message?
I think the biggest message is we really want to see the government open back up. We really want to see these hardworking government employees to start getting paid. We operate a very large flight school in the Dallas area and also in Arizona, and it's even affected us. So for our training flights, we're very close to the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, and we've seen the approach control stop working our flights. So I mean, it's certainly affecting us. Even as small as we are as compared to the airlines. It's even affecting little guys and the folks that are trying to learn to fly to become airline pilots. So we're ready for everybody to get back to work and hopefully get back to a more normal life.
Now, as a former airline pilot, of course, can you talk a little bit about the role of an air traffic controller? And do you think this was the right choice given that so many were calling out sick?
I think if I were in their shoes, I don't think I'd be calling out sick. I mean, their role in aviation safety is really, really critical, and keeping pilots safe in the skies and airline traffic separated from each other is of the most paramount importance. Safety of flight is something that can't be compromised. So, I think if I were in their shoes, I don't think I'd be real happy about the situation, but I think I would also take solace in knowing that there's going to be back pay. But, for those people that are living paycheck to paycheck, this can be certainly a big factor in their mental health and their mental well-being and their family's well-being. So again, I think the right answer is to get the government open back up, get these folks paid, and get everybody back to work.
Patrick Arnzen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.